Age, Demi, my mom, and I had this incredible bond. We called ourselves the 3Ds. It felt kind of like it was us against the world.
He's a real nice dad. He's not like my others. Oh, you want to know that? Some of you do.
Eddie's my dad. When I say my dad and I mean my birth father, I mention that it's my birth father.
Even though the dynamic in our family was always very loving and very open, on the other hand, we were also very closed off and secretive as well. We all had our own things hidden behind our own closed doors. There were some things that nobody knew.
I was depressed at a very, very young age. Fascinated with death. Wondering what it would be like to have a funeral. I never knew why I would think so darkly. And it took me a long time to figure out what was actually going on.
Look at how serious I am in this picture. I've got the head tilt and the smiles. We started modeling a little bit when I was like 5. And by modeling, we didn't have an agent. We just took pictures. We didn't do anything like any actual jobs. Then we started doing beauty pageants, and that's what got me into singing.
Hi. My name is Demi. Hi.
Don't need to back up.
I'm going to be on Jackass.
We started off doing pageants, and I started to realize that Demi, I guess, was gifted, talented, not human when it came to her voice.
She was 5 years old. She had the nerve to go up in front of the entire school to sing Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On." And it was beautiful. That was the first time I thought, okay, this is probably what she's going to want to do the rest of her life.
We tried really hard to get an agent. We couldn't get an agent.
It was auditions like all the time. I just remember a lot of auditions and a lot of car rides. I have so many memories of Demi getting a phone call and then not getting the job. We would be really upset for a few days, and then one day...
Is the band here? Not yet.
She got Barney. After I booked Barney, I was constantly working on music and acting. I was taking lessons any chance that I could.
Demi, good luck. I love you. Have fun.
We had been working really hard at it since the pageant days and all of the headshots and lessons.
When Demi walked in the room, I knew she was a flat-out entertainer. She was standing by my piano, and she said, "Can I sing for you?" And I said, "You bet you can." She started this song. I just said, oh my gosh, where did she get this voice?
When I was very young, I wanted to be like Shirley Temple, somebody that could sing and act at such a young age. I started playing guitar around 8 or 9 years old. I was always playing music.
She would be up all hours of the night,
Singing my heart out.
writing.
Some real tough. Looking back, I think I realized that I had this outlet to pour my emotions out and create something beautiful. After I had finished Barney and Friends, what I ended up finding out is that there was actually a lot of pressure to find jobs. And the pressure didn't come from anybody but myself. I just wanted to succeed.
We started coming out to California for pilot season.
I got guest starring roles on TV shows, commercials, things like that.
My stuff. I never heard of them.
And then I ended up booking a TV show for Disney Channel called As the Bell Rings.
Okay, I think we have something. Let's put this together.
And after As the Bell Rings, I booked Camp Rock. I was 15.
Rock on.
When I met Phil, he was managing the Jonas Brothers.
We met Demi, I think originally it was an audition of our TV show. We had a TV show called Jonas. She didn't get it, but I think a year later, I think we met in rehearsals probably for Camp Rock. Demi was attached to the film already.
And I remember you went in because you had to sing the duet with Demi's character. You had already laid down your part. So I went in with Joe, and I heard her voice, and I just had like goosebumps all over my arms. I was like, I stepped out of the studio and I called Disney. I was like, who is this girl?
I saw what he did for the Jonas Brothers, and the fact that he wanted to manage me was a huge deal to me because he was with them through it all.
Starring in Camp Rock was Demi's big break. It was just a massive franchise that Disney had put everything behind, and it just became a pop culture sort of sensation.
To be able to get to do something as big as this for my first project, it feels great.
We really believed that Camp Rock was the vehicle to become a superstar. And it was like overnight, she became a household name.